Joining me now is Pete Proimos, who has cystic fibrosis and is now helping others with the disease through his organization, the Filotimo Foundation. Pete, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, Kristen Welker. Thanks for having me.
It's wonderful to have you. We should say that we met at a dinner that was aimed at helping people who are dealing with infertility. You shared your story with me. I was so incredibly struck by it, and I want you to share it with other people. Pete, talk about what it is like to live with cystic fibrosis and also to have this new treatment that has added years to your life.
So, cystic fibrosis, in its most basic form, is I was born with a broken protein in my body that affects the way salt moves in and out of cells. And because of that, it creates a thick and sticky mucus, the consistency of rubber cement. So anything with a tube that moves fluid from organ to organ, it gets kind of gunky and sticky and it gets infected and it ends up creating real problems. That can be your sinuses or your lungs or your digestive tract, your vas deferens in most cases. It really affects the whole body.
How does that feel to live with?
Well, it's basically your worst cold when you have that burning sensation when you cough all day. And as a kid, you learn very quickly that you need to work really hard to break up the mucus in the morning so you can work through the rest of your day huffing and trying to figure out a way to get the mucus out so you don't feel like you're choking all the time. And that's really what life with cystic fibrosis is like.
You feel like you're choking all the time.
Pretty much.
And then this new treatment was developed. How old were you when it was developed, and how did it change your life, Pete?
So I was born in the 80s. And in order to create that airway clearance for children, there was a method where your parent, usually my mom in this situation, would clap on my back as hard as she could for 30 or 45 minutes to break up the mucus. And that would happen in the morning and at night every single day. So we essentially spend our whole morning either doing nebulizer treatments, which is an inhaled steroid to get us going, huffing really deeply into our hand to try to get the coughing to start and begin that coughing fit to clear out the mucus. And then you just work through your day and you kind of go about it and hope that you don't have a coughing fit or an asthma attack or have to go home early to figure out what's going on with your body. And in 2019, a new medication was introduced and it fixes that broken protein in your body, and now the mucus is manageable, you can breathe again, and you find this idea that you've worked your entire life to stay alive, and now you get 20 and 30 and 40 more years to live.
Because of this new treatment?
Because of the new treatment.
What was it like for you, that moment that you first started the new treatment, when you started to feel better, when you realized you were going to live longer?
So for over 90% of us, the drug works. There's still a certain percentage of people with cystic fibrosis where the drug doesn't work yet. We're getting closer to a cure and to this new medication working for everybody, but it's not there. For the 90% of us, it is we call it the purge. I took my pill January 6th, 2020. I know the day I took it. 3 days later, my lung function went up 50%.
Wow.
And it's because all of that mucus that was causing my body to kind of damper down and my breathing to damper down, it started clearing itself out. And it is days, not weeks, for that to work.
Was that emotional when you started to actually feel better?
Yeah, because there's hope. You fight every day. When I was 13, I found out that my life expectancy was 5 more years. When I was 15, they told me 20. When I was 20, they told me, go 5 more, let's see how you feel and figure it out from there. And then when I was 25, they said, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Let's go 10, hope for 10, see where it leads. And fortunately, this new drug came out halfway into that.
And how has that expanded your life expectancy?
Oh, we're now 90% of the population is living well into their 50s and 60s and beyond in some cases. And it is a incredible feeling to know that you can dream like you're allowed to. because we spent most of our lives being told quietly not to.
You have started this incredible foundation, the Filotimo Foundation, and you are helping adults like yourself who are receiving this treatment, who are living longer lives than they ever anticipated, than they ever dreamed about, and who are facing challenges, whether that's with medical care, medical bills, educational bills. Talk about what your foundation gives to adults like yourself.
So the support system for adults the support system for adults with cystic fibrosis is non-existent. It's broken because all of the support systems are built for children. Until recently, we became the first generation that now has a newly found life expectancy well into our 50s and 60s. And because of that, these support systems haven't caught up because we weren't supposed to be here. And that's a real problem. You have people that didn't go to college. They didn't try to get a job because what was the point? We weren't going to be here long enough to use the education to then get a job. And unfortunately, a good amount of people that have cystic fibrosis, they're either on disability because their lung function's too low, they've been hospitalized too many times, and they can't hold a job. And the government has decided that, yes, we can support you for that. And now you take this miracle drug that takes days to work, and the next time you're eligible, you don't qualify anymore. So you have to make that real hard choice. Do I keep the medication and try to make it, or do I get off of the medication because the support system's broken and there's no support for me?
So you've created a support system for these adults.
We've created a support system to mind that gap. So if you get sick, if you are trying to work and you're trying to make it, and that medical bill hits and you're not getting paid for when you get sick and you don't know how to go forward, that could lead to real financial ruin, and you can't catch up. And we're here to catch you up and help you so you can keep going.
You're literally transforming people's lives so that not only are they living longer, but they're living better lives.
Oh, thank you. We're trying. We're definitely trying. The effort's there, and we're doing the most we can with our resources, but there are 40,000 people with cystic fibrosis just in the United States.
And a big part of your focus is helping people living with cystic fibrosis have families and have children who do not have the disease. And I want to talk personally about you. You are a father of 3 beautiful children, and all 3 of them are free of living with cystic fibrosis.
Yes.
What has that been like for you to have a family, to have this miracle happen?
I still don't believe it. It's very hard to understand that I went from fighting for my life for the first 20 years to now creating new life with my wife, Annie, and knowing that they don't have to deal with the same things I did is a gift in itself.
And this is through IVF.
It's through IVF. So almost all men with cystic fibrosis, because of the vas deferens being malformed or underdeveloped or non-developed, sperm can't get out. So because of that, we need medical intervention to have a procedure, and that procedure can then lead to IVF, and we can have a baby.
And when you look in the eyes of your 3 beautiful children, what goes through your head, Pete?
I think I can do this for more people. I don't want to stop. I want to make sure that someone with cystic fibrosis, a man that believes that the financial barrier alone is something that he can't have, or a woman with cystic fibrosis says, there's no way. You know, I don't know if I'm going to pass the disease to a child, but the money alone is going to be the burden and the financial barrier.
And so you have helped other families and expand their families, have children who are not living with cystic fibrosis, which is part of how you see the cure to this disease.
Yes, the cure for today that we believe at the Filotimo Foundation is through the right carrier testing, through embryo testing, we can stop the disease before it starts. So can we, as the Filotimo Foundation, help people that are in their own purgatory, trying to be adults and thrive, while at the same time curing the disease before it starts? Because that's all we have for now. The foundations out there are currently working on a cure, but we have to find something for now. We can't leave these people on the sidelines saying, stay tuned, stay put, it's coming, it's happening. People need help today, immediately.
And so how many families have you helped have children?
Our foundation, we have 30 couples in the program.
Wow.
We've had about 10 children, whether it was through adoption, surrogacy, or straight up fertility support.
And what does that mean to you, to help people expand their families without extending this disease?
I think it's the adage, you plant a seed, fully understanding you'll never take advantage of its shade. And I think that as long as I keep planting these seeds and the Filotimo Foundation's around to make sure that we've stopped as much as we could now while the cure's being made, that we can push as far as we can to stop this thing.
And last year, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation actually warned Congress about its proposed cuts to Medicaid, which nearly 40% of cystic fibrosis rely on for their health coverage. What impact have those cuts had from your perspective?
It's been devastating. When you have someone that qualifies for disability and Medicaid, and the medications that are miracles and saving lives are available, and then you take the medication and you're so healthy you don't qualify for disability anymore overnight, that is telling someone, I know you've been trying your whole life to stay alive, but we found a way for you to make it, to extend your life expectancy. And then once you get a taste of it, they say, sorry, our support system actually can't take care of you anymore because you're too healthy. So, like I said before, the support systems are for children, and we need to find and extend the support system for adults.
What is your message to lawmakers about what needs to happen for adults living with cystic fibrosis?
We're here now. I'm 41 years old. I didn't plan to be here, and I'm grateful I am. And the support systems are broken, and they help children. We need something to now help adults. The next thing I would say is that through the right carrier testing, through a simple carrier test, through embryo testing, we can stop the disease before it starts. Insurance companies can know that through this small test, you can save hundreds of thousands of dollars over the lifetime of someone that could have had cystic fibrosis, but doesn't because we caught it in the beginning.
What is next for your foundation? What is your hope?
I just want my kids to be proud of me. So I have to find, I think the Filotimo Foundation really needs a way forward. We need to get to all 40,000 people with cystic fibrosis. We're not there. We need to get the message out. We need to advocate for the adults that don't know we exist, don't know that they're not alone. And anything we can do to support that is the single most important thing to the foundation today.
And you say you want your kids to be proud of you. I'm sure they are infinitely proud of you. What do you hope your 3 beautiful, incredible children learn from you?
I think this disease is going to take something from them that none of us are prepared for. And if I can leave them with something and that piece of me stays with them and it creates something good, and they can say the disease didn't take my dad, it gave thousands of people something instead. I think that's a good way to adjust the narrative of our family.
Well, I can't imagine how proud they must be of you and your wife and your entire family. Pete Proimos, thank you so much for sharing your remarkable story with us.
Thank you, Kristen Welker.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.